Hey everyone, welcome back to Matitarian. I'm Matt. Today I'm out at Sahara Creek Horse Camp, which is about 5 minutes from the Mount Rainier National Park gate. It's an awesome place. I've been reading about it. It's a DNR land, so it's free as long as you have a Discover Pass, which is the Washington State Parks free pass. I have the place completely to myself, which is awesome. This place is normally, like I said, a horse camp. There's hitching posts set up around the campsites, tons of privacy, lots of trees. It's really nice, so I'm looking forward to this weekend, but I only have probably an hour and a half of light left, and it's starting to sprinkle, so I need to hurry up and make camp. Alright, so now that I've got the hammock and tarp set up, it's time to start getting things set up for dinner. Brought some good stuff to make on this trip. I got some new toys to play with. It should be a lot of fun. And yeah, time to get going. One of the reasons I was excited to get out this week is I've got a couple of new toys I've been needing. If you watched my past videos, anytime I cook something or do basic camp chores, I usually have a pretty crappy knife with me, especially the knife I bring home from home for cooking. It's just not worth the crap. So anyway, this week I got a new knife, cheapy, but supposedly indestructible and recommended by a lot of bushcrafters and people like that, and some knife review people. But it's the Nora Companion. 17 bucks on Amazon. Stainless steel instead of the carbon steel, since I'm going to be outside just abusing the crap out of it. So now I've got this sweet fire stick made. I have to confess something, even though I'm into this stuff and I've watched people do it for years, this is the first time to actually try making a feather stick. I'm still pretty happy with it, especially the first time using this knife and making one. We'll use this to start the fire tonight. I got some cheddar brats from the store, have those with some chips, and of course a nice beer. But speaking of, I think it's time for the old Steve Wallace style step 2 before I start actually making food. So one of the beers I bought for this trip was Sonic Rain by Silver City in Bremerton. I've had some of their beers on the channel before. It's their pale ale. Haven't had it before. I'm guessing it's a Sonics reference, former NBA team that Oklahoma City, Seattleites stole away from them. I don't care. I'm not a sports ball person, so let's give this a try. It's nice. It's a good camping beer. Decent malt backbone, still being fairly dry and decently hoppy without being IPA level hoppy. I think I'll pour a little in the pan when I cook the brats. Speaking of, it's starting to rain, so I'm going to do that now. Well, looks like we're going to be cooking brats in the rain. Such is life in the Pacific Northwest. We actually had fall spring for the last few weeks, which, when I was in Oklahoma, you'd have days where random 70-degree days and stuff like that. Doesn't really happen in Washington. Winter season is really just rainy season. Just a light rain pretty much every day. But then in March, we get fall spring where it'll be nice sunny days, only lasts for a little bit, and then the rain comes back for another month and a half, and then begins our short window of summer before we go into fire season. See if we can get these guys steamed before sitting over here. All right, the rain's kind of stopped. Hopefully it holds off for a while. Still need to get some plates. I keep meaning to. I got a knife this time, so at least I've got that. Next time I come out, I'll get plates. Dinner beer this evening is one I picked up when I was in Oklahoma back in October. It's a Hatch 22. It's a lager made with Hatch green chilies. I had a couple while I was there. Super, super good. Made by Stone Cloud Brewing. Let's see how this is. Oh, still nice. Dig into these cheddar brats. Basic, classic, wonderful camp food. Step up from normal hot dogs. Just using brats. The fire's going now, so I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my meal, watch the fire, listen to the sounds of nothing. It's gonna be nice. Well, it was a good evening, just kind of sitting by the fire, watching it burn down. It's about 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to call it an early night. I've had a long week, haven't slept well, so I'm looking forward to crawling into this hammock, getting some really good hammock sleep. Tomorrow I've got some fun stuff planned. Hopefully that'll all work out. And just kicked over my water. So that's probably enough yapping on my part. I'm going to crawl into the hammock and get some sleep. See you guys in the morning. Slept pretty great last night. Before I came out here, it's hard to really check the forecast because it's not in an area close to a town, obviously. And I knew it was supposed to rain a little bit, but I didn't think it was going to rain this much or be this cold. Got down to around 29 last night, and I don't think it's going to get above 37 for the rest of the trip. And it's actually snowing right now. It will snow for the next hour. This is really putting a damper on it. Damper. See what I did there? Anyway, I'm going to lie in the hammock for a little longer because it's cold and I don't want to get out. And I'll see what I decide from there. So for lunch, I'm going to have these Lao Thai noodles. They're shrimp flavored. I haven't had them before. Looking forward to trying it. It's going to be perfect for a cold day like today. I'm also going to have some bao soup, and forgive me for the pronunciation if I got that wrong, but it's the steamed pork buns with the char siu pork. It's going to be a nice, hearty, cold weather, comforting lunch. Fake vampire. It looks nice. Let's trivet to try and steam these buns. Should work out. I'm gonna dress up these noodles, because I don't know how long it's gonna take to steam these buns.
Amazing.
A little Chinese vinegar. Splash of soy sauce. And then my absolute new favorite is the garlic chili oil from Mike Chen. If you guys aren't familiar with Mike Chen, you're not YouTubing right. He has two channels, Mike Chen, but his main channel that he's probably known for most is Strictly Dumpling. Probably doesn't need my help, but you should still check him out anyway. Super positive guy. He put out his own chili oil. I love them all, but the crispy garlic is probably my favorite. So just a little bit of that, and it's great on everything. Yeah, I mean, go check out Mike Chen and Strictly Dumpling. Good stuff. Not a paid sponsor. I wish. Hit me up, Mike. All right. Man, this is the brunch. This is a real brunch. Brunch of Champions. Coffee, noodles, and batsu. These noodles have finally cooled down enough for me. I could not have chosen better for today. So good. Got a little extra oil here on the side in case I need it. Letting it soak up all the soup juice. Let's pull this open. Oh yeah, look at that char siu pork. Hot, uber hot, but delicious. I set up the tarp a little wider in this new spot, and I've got a spot to hang out in. I'm also really excited about dinner tonight. I hope I can pull it off. I'm gonna dig into this and enjoy another sunbreak that appears to be happening for the next 5 or 10 minutes, and then probably back to more rain. Anyway, cheers. And lunch was so good. I thought since we had this nice carb-loaded lunch, it might be good to walk around the campground, see what the rest of it looks like, and also hit some of the horse trails nearby, see what those are like. Sitting here listening to the rain fall on the tarp as the sun's shining even though it's raining. Typical Washington. Can't make up your mind. Sun shows up from its other family in Arizona for a few minutes and has to run back. Yeah, just sitting here enjoying the afternoon. I'm just sitting here enjoying my beer, like I said, listening to the sound of the rain. About to watch my sister get married in Kansas City over the internet. This just sucked. We didn't feel safe traveling or being around people until we have the vaccine, especially with some of the conditions my wife has. It makes it really dangerous for her to get COVID, so we're being super safe, and sucks. I don't know if Mallory, my sister, ever watches any of these, but love you so much. I'm super happy for you and Dave. He's a great guy, and you're an amazing woman. I'm really proud of you, and love you, and I'm heartbroken I can't be there, but I'll be there in spirit under this tarp, watching you over the interwebs. Love you.
The power message made by the Universal Life Church. It is my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Congratulations, Mallory and Dave. Love you guys so much. Congratulations. Great job, Mason, on officiating. So that cast iron Dutch oven, brand new for me. It was a surprise gift that arrived last week in the mail. My mom sent it to me just as a surprise after hearing me talk about winning one in one of my videos. Super awesome. Thanks, Mom. Really, really appreciate it. Ever since I got it, I've been dreaming about making something in it. Just trying to decide what's the first thing I want to make. And Saturdays, I know whenever you watch these videos, you might assume that I eat like this every day. I don't. I usually eat keto. Not usually. I have eaten keto during the week for the last 5 years. But when Saturday comes, it's my cheat day, or if I'm out camping or backpacking, all bets are off. I just eat whatever. So I was trying to think, what do I normally would eat on a great cheat day? And it's always pizza. Always go to pizza. So I figured, why not make that the very first thing I try to make in the Dutch oven? This is my first time to cook with one. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it turns out and it's not a burned or doughy mess. So fingers crossed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like it didn't crisp up on the top like I would like, but the question is, oh yeah. Cooked but not overcooked. I'm so excited about this. I've been looking forward to this for over a week since I got the Dutch oven in. Thanks again, Mom. Cheers. But more importantly, sticking with this pizza. He said, crust cooked without burning. I need to learn to manage the top a little better. It turned out great, everything's cooked, but I like a little bit of browning on the cheese. But pretty good success, I think, from the first time using Dutch oven. Hot. So hot. Even more hot. I made pizza over a campfire. That'll do, that'll do. That'll do. At the outdoors, beer, pizza, hammock. What more could you ask for? I'll let this cool off and then dig in. That'll do. Man, that pizza was delicious. I ended up having 2 slices. It was really, really good, but man, sweet Jeebus, that was a gut bomb. So I think I'm gonna walk around the campground one more time to try and walk away some of the fullness, and feel a little logy, so I'm actually crawling to the hammock a little early tonight. We'll see how I feel after the walk. But I brought along a really nice barrel-aged maple bar stout that I picked up in Boise when I was passing through a while back that had been aging. But I don't know if I have room for it tonight. It's a shame because I've had it before and it's a really good beer, but man, I just don't think I have the capacity for it. So I'm gonna take this walk, see how I feel, and then probably stretch out for a little pre-bedtime nap. I don't know. Anyway, back to it.
1 hour later.
Man, oh man, what a great night. What a fantastic night. That pizza was great. I am still shocked that I was able to pull that off first time using a Dutch oven. But man, it was a thick boy. It stuck with me. Even after my walk, I'm still feeling pretty logy. Thinking about go ahead and changing into my sleeping clothes and crawling into the hammock a little early. But before I do, I have to give a huge, huge shout out to Mark H, my very first Patreon supporter. I was so happy when I saw that come through. Mark, man, it means the world to me. It means so much. Your support of the channel by becoming a patron, it's already making a difference. It's going to cover gas for one of these trips. It's great, man. thank you so much. It means the world to me. Not only liking, subscribing, which if you haven't already, please do. The liking always means a lot. The watching means a lot. But subscribing, that means a lot as well. But if you want to support the channel and help me do more adventures like this, do crazier adventures, try out new gear, go to more places, your being here watching this already means the world to me. But if you'd like to go a step further, there'll be a link below in the comments to show how you become a Patreon supporter. I'm trying to figure out some cool perks for the different tiers. I was so excited to have my first Patreon supporter. I feel like, oh man, I'm a legit YouTuber now. And thanks again, Mark. It really means the world to me. I was saying earlier, I was hoping to crack open that bourbon barrel maple bar stout from Barbarian Brewing. I'm just too full and I'm already sleepy, so I think I'm gonna crawl into the hammock like I said, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Slept pretty well last night. Started sleeting around 1:30, and that's about the time where someone drove into camp. I couldn't figure out what they were doing. For like 30 minutes, they would drive around the campsite, hear stuff bang around, car doors shut. So I climbed out of the hammock to see what was going on since they were parked not far from my campsite. Couldn't tell what they were doing. They were sitting there idling with the lights on. So I hit the lock on my key fob, which causes the lights to kick on, shine light across them. They got out and were mumbling something, and I heard some banging. At one point, I flashed light again, like, what's going on? Like, it's 2:30 in the morning at this point. And I heard a lady say, like, oh, that creepy guy standing over there just staring at us. I ought to shoot that in the effort. And they drove off. So that put me in a state of heightened vigilance for a couple hours. Couldn't find out. I think they were just collecting water. Why they were doing that at 2 o'clock in the morning at a random campground they were staying in, still pretty sketch, but I think they really were just collecting water based on where I heard them stop and where I saw them stop across my site. Anyway, about to finish getting things packed up and hit the road, but I want to stop off in the town of Elby to see if this burger place for the lake is open for one last meal on the trip. Well, Skullburgers and LB was open, but I forgot they're cash only, and I don't have any cash on me. So I guess this will do it for this video. Thanks for making it this far. I really appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, be sure and hit the like and subscribe button. And until the next adventure, stay awesome.